So much about him. But in a few minutes, you're going to hear from him.
Talk to me. Say something.
Tell me a little bit right here.
Same as it ever was.
Me was really going.
Same as it ever was.
No one can do it better.
No.
Same as it ever was.
Enjoy, son.
Tell me a little bit right here.
Hey, what's going on? What's happening? How y'all be? Welcome to another episode of Stargell's World with me, a bona fide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina, not afraid to yell I was real, nor speak what I feel. Carlos Stargell, the last. Cause after they made me, they broke the mold.
Yeah. Same as it ever was.
Oh yeah, birthday shout out. Everybody whose birthday today, October the 24th. Happy birthday, and may God bless you with many plenty more. And I want to give a shout out to everybody all around the world, all across the country, the state of Georgia, every city, and mainly the Atlanta area. Well, I'm about to do that right about now. Well, I just had some discover some disturbing news. What I heard. Yeah, excuse me. Hold that thought for 1 second, y'all. I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, and before I really tell y'all what's on my mind, let me tell y'all the weather up here right now in Burlington, North Carolina. 61 degrees, feels like 60. Yeah, it is kind of cool today. No participation, 33% humidity. We're 6 miles per hour wind is good and air quality, and that's good. So thank you, Jesus. Thank God for the weather. Oh yeah, now back to what I was saying. Got some disturbing news. I didn't know, but I'm glad I found out today. Found out that a buddy of mine, who I grew up with in Ellenwood since I was a kid, Dwayne Mitchell, had passed away, and they having his homegoing tomorrow, and I hate I can't get a chance to go. That was my partner right there. But I will say this. I'm glad that before I moved to North Carolina and left Georgia in 2022, I'm glad I had a chance to kick it with him. I mean, because, like I say, it's always good to see good and familiar people that you know you grew up with, and then especially if y'all know y'all love each other like family, you know what I'm saying? Because to keep it real with you, him and his sister Deborah, whenever they came up to Kroger, man, they used to make my day out. Look, it never was a dull moment with them. I mean, because they always gave me something to smile. They always gave me a reason to smile, especially Dwayne. But I remember Deborah told me that he had told her, I ain't know that boy can sing like he can. Cause you know what it was, he heard me singing a blues song, and it blew his mind. Hey, Rosalind. Hey, I'm glad I was able to do it, cause Dwayne's my partner. Me and him go back before Soul Train got knocked out of syndication, so we tighter than poly grip without the corroded dentures. Yeah, but I really miss him though. And this is his niece, Rosalind Banks. I mean, we go back to, I'm gonna tell you, Rosalind, while you're listening, me and your uncle, we grew up together, but let him tell it. Yeah, he did keep me out of trouble when we were young. I mean, he really did. I mean, he was one of those kind, he'll tell you, didn't your mom and daddy tell you to stay in the house and study? And then I could say or do not just say, yeah, you're right. So I had to do that to avoid that ass whipping too, you know what I'm saying?
Talk to me. Say something.
But like I said, instead of encouraging me to get in trouble, he was keeping me out of trouble, and that was good. I mean, because, a lot of these young people now, they don't have nobody they can look up to, especially keeping them out of trouble. And a lot of them, out there doing more wrong than trying to do right. But Dwayne, to tell you, I was like one of the good kids in the neighborhood. I was the one that stayed in my books and didn't bother nobody. Yeah, but check this out, Ross. I know you guys to hear this. How about, now this was back in my younger days after graduating from high school, because I graduated 86, but in 87, you know, over there on County Line Road, Clark Road, you know what a club used to be at. You know, I know you know that. But anyway, how about I riding up there with my dad? And then, you know, I was sitting in the car. My dad went in there because he gonna go in there for a minute and come back out. So I told him I was just chill in the car. And while I'm waiting on it, how about I saw Dwayne, I hollered out the window, I said, yo, Dwayne. He was like, yo, what's up? And you know, we kicked it, chopped it up or whatever. He was like, man, I thought you what? Man, when I heard you look at, I thought you one of your daddy partners. Like I said, damn, I don't change that much, bro. You know, we started laughing and stuff, but yeah, but one thing your uncle told me, Ross. He said, not only I grown, he said, you really grown. He talked about really grown and I really mature. And look, and that meant a lot coming from him and Deborah, for real. Because, and they also, and you know, Dwayne, you know, he also was down, you know, was there with me when I was going through my so-called trust issues and my trials and tribulations. But guess what? I remember he was one of those ones that told me especially when I was going through, when I had my trust issues, God gonna see somebody for you. I was like, at first I wasn't trying to hear that. But I'm glad he told me that, because look at me now. It happened. And then the sad part about it was, when me and my wife had reconnected from our days working together at Kroger 18 years ago, I mean, it was like, because we had reconnected in January 2021, exactly 2 months before my father had passed. And then we actually hooked up a month and a half after my dad passed, but didn't nobody know about it, not even your uncle. Hell, not even my mama, my brothers, my sisters, nobody knew. Nobody. But when I let it be known, Dwayne saw it on Facebook. He said, man, that's your new lady on? I said, yes it is. He said, I told you were gonna find somebody. I said, we just taking it one step at a time, Dwayne. And how about February 2022? When I let him and Deborah know that I had got engaged, Deborah was like, I knew that was coming. I asked her, I said, how you know that was coming? She was like, you caught the megabus to see this woman, so. And then she bring you back to Georgia. She said, that's the one right there. And Dwayne said, yeah, this is the one. Because, you know, she got you back. I said, that's right. And how about when I left, I told him, I said, man, I hate to go, but I'm glad that I'm going for good reasons this time. But he also let me know too that he was glad that I found love again, and that, you know, that was a beautiful thing. I mean, Ross, this is the first relationship I ever been in that I got this much love, support, praises, and blessings. And that's a good thing. I mean, it's one thing I got it from your uncle, my family, and other friends, but when people that really reach out to you and wish you well, especially my celebrity friends, I mean, they were real happy for me too now. I mean, now, Rob, now don't get it twisted. I know some people who know some people that know some people, so that's how I hook up with, that's how I know a lot of people too as well. Because I get around better than people with held up cars in a traffic jam. And that's on the real for me. And so, you know, everybody, they say, I know everybody. No, everybody know me. And Dwayne, he'll tell you, I had it going on at the Kroger over on South Harrison Reedham, but guess what? I was the best thing that ever happened to that damn stuff. They wished they could work it like me, but they couldn't. So when I left October 2023, they refused to let me go, but I left on anyway. Hey, thanks, Rosa. That means a lot too, cause you know, Let me tell you, and then you heard the old saying too, you don't mess with God's children. Because God know his children. And Dwayne even told me that. Deborah even told me that. So that means a lot hearing it from y'all. And thank you so much for watching the show, Lord. I really appreciate you joining. But I'll be back too later on at 7:15. You're welcome to join in, and you're welcome to watch if you like too as well. But peep this, y'all. Peep this, y'all. It's time for me to shut it down. But I want to thank everybody who took the time to tune in, check out, watch, and view this episode of Stargell with the Bonafide G, certified truth, Atlanta, Georgia border, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. Carlos Stargell, the last. Because when they made me, they broke the mold. And those who haven't subscribed yet, please hit that like. Please hit that like and subscription bell, and I really would appreciate it. And I want to thank Rosalind Banks for joining in on the live chat. Dwayne's niece. And my wife just came on. And thank you. Better late than never. And go back to work and make that money. Don't lose your job over no bullshit. Money talk, bullshit work. And that's on the real. But thank you again for participating on the live chat. And Veronica, I know you late, but thank you. Thank you for joining before I shut it down. Better late than never. Appreciate you too as well. Oh yeah. One-on-one live. Video chat is always open, available, and guests are welcome. Or you could just comment on the live chat. That'll be better too, and I'll be satisfied, and that will be accepted. But Naturally High Less Sober will be live streaming tonight, 7:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Standard Time with me and my co-host, my cousin who's crazier than me, Dee Ball. Yeah, I shouted y'all, baby. I had to, and my wife. Yeah, I saw that. I know you were there. I gave you a shout out when I was talking about you, so you already in love with your holler, good. I love you too. But anyway, until tonight, y'all, God bless you, love you. Y'all be good, take care of yourselves and each other. Follow those basic instructions before leaving Earth. Act on one accord. Live righteous and stay humble. Have a good day today, better day tomorrow, and a prosperous week to come. God bless y'all. So until tonight.
See ya.